because you have people who truly feel threatened by an art form that is supposed to be just fun.
All-age drag events have become a target for protesters, showing up at story times and shows in Canada with messages against the events, some saying the events are child abuse and sexual exploitation. The protests have brought large counter-protesters in response, refuting the claims and supporting the shows, and are disappointing to Diva Dave, who has been doing drag in Calgary for almost 30 years.
What the threat is, we don't understand. What the fear is, we don't understand. What are you losing by having your kids come out and have fun with their families come out? Because the kids are not coming by themselves. They're coming with their moms and dads, their aunts and uncles, and they're having a fun time out.
Dave doesn't perform often anymore, but explains a time when leaving your house dressed in drag was riskier for fear of violence, and says over time, drag has been embraced by mainstream audiences.
Well, doing drag back then was not just about a demonstration. It was going out and freely performing to entertain and get away from the dull, dreary truth of what life was. You had no family if you came out. You ran a risk of losing your job. And so drag was for us back then truly an escape, and it was grassroots.
Dave, who is a father himself, says he is disappointed at the current protests that take place and says it's not about the drag queens or kids being influenced or impacted.
There's a greater fear here, and they need to address those fears and not put it on the LGBTQ community or the minority communities as they often do.
In Calgary, Danina Falkenberg, City News.